Okay, Pradeep. So among this, okay, five in, uh, and is it the first class that you are joining, or previously have you joined? I mean, I remember only few names, but who is the first time?
Yes.
Suraj Subbarao.
Yeah, hi. I'm the first.
Okay, you are attending for the first time today.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Even
Pradeep,
me too.
sorry.
Even myself also first time joined.
Okay, Subbarao. Okay.
I am also first time.
Harish. Okay. Nice. So actually, 1 week back, when it was scheduled, like we had 3 days. Then, like I took a break for 1 week. Like I was going out of station, so again we started from today onwards.
How many
Okay.
how, how many classes was done? How many
No, those were the actual demo classes that we have taken. Okay. Two
Okay.
classes, I think we have taken two classes.
Oh,
Fine. So we had a brief intro on what actually is the waterfall model, why actually Scrum or Agile came into existence, what is the need for that, and we analyzed few scenarios like why actually we need a. I mean, what are the basic things that made to evolve this particular framework or methodology. Okay, whatever it is, we will just go back once again to those concepts, and then we'll start once again. Okay, before that, I will give my intro. Okay, that's fine. Before that, okay, Harish, may I know from which background or how much experience that you have? Are you from an IT background or not non-IT background? What actually is brief intro about you, Harish?
Yeah, myself Harish. I'm working in IT only in a support.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I just have a couple of questions. I already
yes. Mm-hmm.
watched your two demos.
Okay.
Second demo I actually completed around 8:45, and I joined 9 o'clock third day. And
Okay. Okay.
at the time only I came to know that you are on leave.
Mhm. Right. Right.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I worked as a support role in my
See.
company around 5+ years. So I
Okay.
want to know
Mhm.
whether able to. I have a couple of
Mm.
questions, so I will
Yes,
ask
please.
later. Uh,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good. Good. Thanks for that.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think Jun, I think we had a talk previously, but you can give an intro, one or two liners from your side.
hello.
Mm. Yes, yes, Pradeep, you can. Yes.
Yeah, hi. Myself Pradeep. I'm working
Mm.
as a production support and dev both.
Mm.
2 days dev and 3 days production support. SQL
Oh,
and
okay.
Linux. I'm working. Yeah, I have
Oh,
total eight
nice.
plus years of experience.
18, sorry, good. Nice, nice. Good to know that. And you are, okay, good. So have you heard about the Scrum before, or it's first time that you are in it? Because I think you are in time, so you are
Yeah, yeah,
quite
yeah,
aware of.
yeah.
Okay, fine, thanks. Sangeeta,
Yeah, we following the Scrum, but
mhm, you're not,
yeah,
okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Sangeeta, Subbu. Okay, whoever it is, Sharad Sharma or whoever, so Barao, V,
Yes.
anyone who can, yes, sir.
Yeah. Myself Subara. So I'm having 15 years of experience.
Oh, nice.
I'm working as a Scrum Master, handling two teams from
Good to know
past
that.
3 years.
Okay,
Uh, and even earlier also we are in agile process. So, but I don't have a professional certificate, so I was trying for that now.
okay, okay. So you're well aware of all the things, sir, like why you actually need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Thanks, sir. I will be learning from you as well. Thanks for that.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Sharad Subbarao, also done, right? Okay. Anyone else who is left? I mean, okay, fine. A brief intro about me. I have almost 16 years of experience in IT. Like I have been through the development phase. I mean, started my career as a uh, beginner, as a normal programmer. Then I've been into different tools. Uh, uh, so that includes being a part of development, being a part of an admin. Later, I moved into this Scrum. Okay, so I almost have 5 to 6 years of experience in this Scrum Master, and I'm presently working as a project manager from Scrum Master. So whatever, I mean, depending upon the project needs and all, like in the IT, like it changes, right? So we need to work as per their this thing. So this is a brief intro about me, and I have been teaching for the Durga for the last 1.5 years. Okay, and so small thing about me myself, and so the course whole content is designed for 15 days because I actually previously it was above 1 month, but we cut short and because it Scrum itself is it, they are actually expecting that it is something like the programming language which takes 1 month to complete, but later I have said that it takes very less amount of time. So we have cut short on the code, not the content part, but the thing is the time duration. Okay. So it is only for 15 days. So probably starting from today, 15 days in the sense like we have 5 days a week. So 5 days we'll have the classes. So it will run for 3 weeks, right? So what we will cover in this particular 3 weeks is the first week is going to be almost 7 days altogether. We will be mostly talking about the fundamentals of the Scrum. We are talking about how it got evolved. Okay, we will talk about. We'll download the Scrum guide. We are going to go in detail each and every line in the Scrum guide, understand the lines, understand each and every line in the Scrum guide, and see like how we are going to, as a Scrum Master, implement that. Okay, we have to. We'll be going through each and everything in the Scrum guide, and trying to implement. So the whole thing will be once we complete the particular Scrum guide, we will be going into the Jira part. Like we will take a see. I won't say like we as a Scrum Master will be doing the admin roles of a Jira. No, we will. Our role is limited to seeing the charts, picking up the charts. Or starting the if we are given the chance, like starting the sprints, closing the sprints. Okay, what is a sprint and all, like we will come to know later. But the thing is, so nothing as an admin, but purely on the superficial side, like where we log into the screen, see the how their work is being progressing. Okay, and what reports that are to be generated, what reports are to be picked up. Okay, so for all the calculation needs, whatever the project management team wants, so we will be giving it to them. So that's it from, I mean, our Scrum Master role in the Jira. So if you are expecting anything beyond that, do let me know because we are not going to cover the Jira admin here. We are not going to cover Confluence here. We are not going to cover any Jira SQLs, JQLs, what they say. Okay. So if you have anything that kind, probably the answer is no from my side because we are not going to do in that way. Okay. Please try to remember. Next, we will our whole sessions, okay, are going to be mostly concentrating on the exam point of view for the Scrum Master. So if you take the PSM part, like the importance which are given in the exam point of view, like that will be highlighted in our material. We will be making sure those things are being covered and stressed a lot so that you are not going to miss at any point. Okay, so I generally I generally make it in this way if you are able to see the screen. So I give the importance, I give the highlights. Okay, I make sure that something like that. Okay, I will make sure that everything is covered. Okay, and they're quite relevant to our interviews as well as for the exam point of view. Okay, so I not only that, sorry, at the same time, we are going to write some mock exams. The mock exams are going to be I think we can take 2 mock exams. Okay, so we will take the 2 mock exams and as part of this particular curriculum and do it. Okay, so you will come to know like how the questions are being asked, like how much you need to score in what time and all. Everything will be discussed. Next thing is interview questions. Yes, we will be taking the interview questions in one of these classes. We will be giving the behavioral, we will be giving the scenario based questions, and we'll also be discussing like how to answer them so that people like who are trying to move to that role when they are facing these type of questions, they are well equipped with the answers as well. So that will be covered. Okay, and later there are certain aspects like certain points which are not a part of the Scrum guide, but they are in the IT field. Those terms are will be discussed. Okay, so these terms will be discussed. Like you have so many other things beyond the Scrum guides, which also be discussed. So altogether, it will be lasting for 3 weeks, 15 days. Okay, if not, I mean, even if we take 1-2 day off, then I know probably yeah, it's going to be a 1 month, 2 days extended. Okay, so need not worry. I mean, we are not strict about the timelines. I won't say like within the on the 15th day itself, I'm going to stop and do it. No, if you feel that certain topic we need to cover, I mean, you're getting some doubts, probably yes, we will take it up and we'll also have a discussion on it. Okay. I think you all people have the content, but I will show the content to you also. Okay, so that you are well aware of. Uh, okay, I think only this particular screen is covered. I will just take one. So actually, this was previous syllabus, but the thing is, like, we have just incorporated this the 6th day into this one. Till now, we didn't take any day 6. Actually, only day 5 only. The content topics are this one. Okay, so you can. I will just ping that in your chat session as well. You can refer back. Okay. So you can cross check with any of the other things. If you have anything missing, do let me know. Okay. So what we are going to cover is the things are. So we will talk about the daily Scrum. We'll talk about the roles in the Scrum. Okay. We are going to talk each and every point. We will also talk about how the planning is actually happening. Okay. Uh, the sprint planning. These are the events actually in the Scrum. If you're a first time comer, probably you'll be getting confused. But thing is like there are 5 events in the Scrum which we are going to discuss in thoroughly what are things will happen. Okay. So in the planning, what are the things we need to have and all. And also not only that, the retrospective games. Okay. Uh, other things like so there are so many other things which are not covered in the Scrum guide, but they are part of the the Scrum process. So we will talk about that as well. Okay. So any questions on this one? Do you have any other expectations or anything else?
Just one question, Sumit.
Yeah.
Can we target CSM or professional, the one you told, right? So can we
Yes.
target both or any one is
Yeah.
fine?
No. See, I hope you know. Like it's the same. The content is same. Okay. Even if you take CSM or PSM, it's the same. There is no difference because the Scrum guide is designed, you know, in such a way that it it, it satisfies both things. When you talk about the CSM or PSM, the difference between I think right. Only thing is we PSM is once you take the exam, it's valid for lifetime, whereas CSM you need to renew for every 2 years. Okay, so that's the only thing. I generally recommend people to go for PSM. Okay, the whole because once you do it, that's it. I mean, you can go for other certification instead of again renewing it for unnecessary reasons. So, but the whole content satisfies the CSM also. I mean, and PSM together. Okay, that meets the criteria.
Yeah, that answers. Thanks.
Yeah. So we will take the mock exams as well. I mean, we are not going to just complete the course and say done. No, we will be taking the exams parallel. I mean, like this session itself, I will just open the scrum.org. Then you people are going to answer, and we are going to discuss. Okay, so we are going to discuss on a question and then put the answer. And after 30 questions are over, then we'll get the result. So in that way, like this particular, you will get a conference in future going for an exam or doing whatever certification you want. So that will be there. So that we can that's I mean that we are limited to that. I mean other thing like most of the people have these expectations saying that what about after that? I mean after 15 days, how you are going to are you going to help me on certifications? I mean after that probably you need to refer. So our role is limited to just for this particular training. So we do not guarantee any certification help after that or any job interviews after that because that's how it works actually the Durga software. So I want to make it clear before because if you are in there are some other maybe organizations or institutes or online coaching center where they help you out till you get thing. Okay, and not only that, I mean I have the certain resumes templates which we can share it. I can share it to you that will be uploaded in the drive where you can yes you can change. I mean you can take it. So all the interview questions, all the PPTs, whatever that we are going to discuss, whatever the exams that we have taken, okay, and all the relevant information will be uploaded in the drive, and every day like you can go through that particular content. That is there. Okay, so whatever that is discussed will be uploaded in the drive. So you'll get the recordings as well as the material. Okay. Any other questions, please?
In a real time, Scrum framework is enough, or else you said like Confluence, Jira. We'll be using Confluence and Jira and all.
See, most of the people get confused on this one because they're certain extent only. See, if they ask you, uh, see, once you understand the role of a Scrum Master, probably yes, you can understand the Jira also. Like why if see, there are you will be forming a team, right? So there will be a team, and what is the role? A Scrum Master job is to see how how the project progress is there, how it is going on, okay, how it is, how the tasks are being completed, where do we stand in the project, okay. So if that is the role of a Scrum Master, helping the team to do whatever, why we need to become an admin in the Jira? That's the question, okay. So Jira admin is all about creating something, changing the format, changing the look and feel of the web structure, web page and all.
Okay, thanks.
So like adding the users to the team members, like it's not a part of the Jira, sorry, Scrum Master. Okay. So Scrum Master just need to focus on the other things. Okay. He's not, he should not be involved in the look and feel of the, how your project uh, page looks on the Jira. He should not worry. Even he doesn't have access because every organization will have a Jira admin. They will be taking care of all of these things. Okay. They don't have an admin access. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry, any there is a problem. Okay. Anyone had any question? Okay, fine. I think a few of them attended recently, right? Today, I mean today itself. So we'll just go through one of the. Okay, let's try to understand this one, and we'll. Okay. So can anyone understand this picture? I mean, writing starting from the top left to right. Sorry, start from here to the bottom right corner. If you see, the customer is actually those who have attended previously take it as a revision or just information. Okay, probably tomorrow onwards, like we are going to start it seriously. Okay, it's going to be a little bit of intro today. Maybe you can refresh. Okay. So if you see the customer, the bottom right corner, if you see the customer, there is a tile which is tied to the uh, branch of the tree and what actually needed. Okay. The customer wants to have something like this. Okay. But if you start your journey from here, from stop to here, the customer explained in a different way. Okay. The project leader understood in a different way. Okay. And the engineer who was to design in a particular fashion, he designed in a different way. But his expectation was this, but the whole thing is like, designing was completely wrong. The programmer write a code which no one could understand. Okay, the chair was something, the salesperson who designed was some, who explained that the product will look like something like this. Okay, project which was documented was having nothing, and okay, the operation which were installed, okay, it was something which is not at all, supporting it all. You could see a roller coaster ride of it was built. Okay, so where do you see this? What do you see the problem over here? Do you think the project which the customer wants to have, or the thing that customer wants to have, or the project that the organization has taken, project people have taken, is it successful? If not, why you think like it is not there, or it be successful? Why? Do you think everything is happening correctly here in this particular picture, in this slide? Yes, sir. Anyone? Harish, Jagya, Panigrahi, Manikumar. I think you have joined recently. Okay, fine. Subbarao, Srikanth, Sharath, Chakravarti, Satrupa Chakravarti. So this is a normal picture where customer wants to have something in the right bottom right corner, and altogether something is happening which is not as per the expectations of the customer. Do you think there is something wrong over here? Can anyone explain? What do you think like something was missing here? See, why yes. Yes, anyone wants to convey?
I think the way of delegating the work as well as the way of understanding from different person to person is differs here.
Right. The way they understood is different. But do you think like they have made an attempt to go back and ask like if their understanding was correct, if their thought process was correct? Do you think that happened here?
There was lack of communication between the all stakeholders.
Okay, there was a lot of lack of communication.
Yeah.
That's one reason, right? Okay, good. Next, any other attempt, any other guess? Come up. I mean, see, it happens to everyone, right? I mean, in your life also, like in our lives, someone says to us and we assume it differently. Okay, but we never make an attempt to go back and ask if that particular thought process that we have is correct or is it aligned with those people's thought process. That's why, like, we have got so many differences with people, right? We will get so many differences in life. Do you think so? Don't you think so? Okay. Here also the same thing. Lack of communication is perfect. But the thing is, even if there is a communication, also probably it would have resulted the same. Okay. The issue that coming up here is there are so many things which are missing. At the same time, there was something which was not happening. That is like going back and asking whether they are doing it correctly or not. Okay. Okay. So probably that was not missing. Okay. The other thing that was missing was even if the customer has said like this is something which is missing, if they have not taken any action to correct that particular thing, probably again the same thing would have happened. Okay. So one thing is that. Okay. Next thing. Maybe this would have been averted. We would have, right from the beginning itself, we would have stopped this particular thing. If right from the scratch itself, when we are starting from the scratch itself, we have shown to the customer like that's what we are doing it. Is it meeting your expectation? Is it meeting at every stages of your work? Probably we would have averted this situation. Am I correct? Am I are you able to get that?
Yeah, you are correct.
Yes. So every day, so these three things that you need to understand. Like why I'm stressing on this particular point is Scrum depends on these three things. One, whenever you start the work, okay, you should show to the customer or show to the person, stakeholder, saying like what we are doing now. Okay. So unless he knows like what you are actually doing, okay, or to your managers or your team members, at the same time there was something which was not happening. That is like going back and asking whether they are doing it correctly or not. Okay. Okay. So probably that was not missing. Okay. The other thing that was missing was even if the customer has said like this is something which is missing, if they have not taken any action to correct that particular thing, probably again the same thing would have happened. Okay. So one thing is that. Okay. Next thing. Maybe this would have been averted. We would have, right from the beginning itself, we would have stopped this particular thing. If right from the scratch itself, when we are starting from the scratch itself, we have shown to the customer like that's what we are doing it. Is it meeting your expectation? Is it meeting at every stages of your work? Probably we would have averted this situation. Am I correct? Am I are you able to get that?
Yeah, you are correct.
Yes. So every day, so these three things that you need to understand. Like why I'm stressing on this particular point is Scrum depends on this thing. At the same time, there was something which was not happening. That is like going back and asking whether they are doing it correctly or not. Okay. Okay. So probably that was not missing. Okay. The other thing that was missing was even if the customer has said like this is something which is missing, if they have not taken any action to correct that particular thing, probably again the same thing would have happened. Okay. So one thing is that. Okay. Next thing. Maybe this would have been averted. We would have, right from the beginning itself, we would have stopped this particular thing. If right from the scratch itself, when we are starting from the scratch itself, we have shown to the customer like that's what we are doing it. Is it meeting your expectation? Is it meeting at every stages of your work? Probably we would have averted this situation. Am I correct? Am I are you able to get that?
Yeah, you are correct.
Yes. So every day, so these three things that you need to understand. Like why I'm stressing on this particular point is Scrum depends on these three things. One, whenever you start the work, okay, you should show to the customer or show to the person, stakeholder, saying like what we are doing now. Okay. So unless he knows like what you are actually doing, okay, or to your managers or your team members, okay, if you give a sudden surprise at the end without showing to them, then that's it. Gone. Got it. So it's something like this. You go to a like maybe like if you are a children, like, have your children, or you when you are a child, maybe like even if you started going to some tuitions or to so many learning rooms, okay, learnings, and there there may would have been a private tutor who would have asked you to do something, and if you haven't shown to him like what you are doing, okay, maybe he might have asked you one or twice. After the third time, probably he would have neglected you. Then you would have also taken granted and you have not shown interest. In that case, probably he will not able to know like what you are doing. Neither you will show to him what you are doing. So that is thing, but something which is missing over there, that is called as transparency. Okay, that is called as a transparency. No one knows what you are doing. Okay, you will feel that at the end I will do it completely, but it is not going to happen. Okay, you will be stuck somewhere. You will not say to that particular person, and it will result in something different. So something which is not visible to everyone, that is called the transparency, which is that is if it is lacking, probably that will result in a okay. So the transparency is one of the pillars in the Scrum. Okay, we will talk about that a little later. But the thing is, what I'm trying to convey from this picture is there are things because of which it led to change in the way we are working. Okay, so one is transparency. Okay, not only that, at every point of time, there was no person who was seeing this whether you are doing correctly or not. Okay, so there was something missing, that is called as inspection. Okay, inspection happening. Maybe the project leader might have gone to the engineer at the time of coding or doing something for every 2 days, and he might have got a chance to check, but he didn't inspect that. Okay, that's why it's like engineer designed in a different way. Okay, okay. Let us say this is called as inspection. Okay, inspection will also yield a good thing, right? So if you are under constant inspection with that particular fear, probably someone is inspecting you, you will work properly. Okay, or you will be focusing on the work. Okay, if not, you will be feared of that. But the thing is, you will be working with responsibility. Okay, so inspection is one thing, and another thing is maybe if any has given the feedback to you, okay, saying that no, this is not way, you should have changed your steps, probably you should change the code, you should change the way of working, then you might have changed, you have taken that feedback and you have worked on that particular feedback. Okay, now taking the things and working on it again, you're correcting your steps, that is called as adaptation. Got it. So maybe these three things, one is transparency, one thing is inspection, and another one adaptation. I think those things might have would have helped everyone, right? Am I correct, Harish? What is a Jagnya, Manikumar, Junxin?
Yeah, I agree with your points. I think in every project, someone need to be there to check whether the project is going in right direction or not.
Right, inspection, right, perfect. Not only that, it's not about the external factor, but the thing is internal also. Like we ourselves should have this particular thing, right? So transparency, inspection, and adaptation are the three things which probably maybe not related to Scrum as of now, but the thing is maybe they are missing over here. Okay. I took two examples. Those who have attended previously, maybe it will be refreshing for you. Okay. But those who are joining new, maybe they will understand more clearly now. Okay. I am taking two scenarios, Harish. Okay. To everyone. I'm just saying the name so that you will be involved in this particular talk. Okay.
Okay.
So what happened? In the scenario one, there is a mother, okay, and there is one kid in the home, okay. So his mother has taught how to cook, okay. Uh, Now at one day, she went outside, okay, and saying her kid to cook the food by the time she comes back, okay. Now when she is going away to the market or somewhere outside, she took the mobile. Sorry, maybe she took the mobile or she forgot the mobile in the home itself, okay. She forgot the mobile and kid doesn't have any mobile. I mean, this is the only mobile which is there in the home now, and there is no way to contact to her mother, his mother, whatever. Okay, got it. So this is scenario one. Now, when by the time she or he comes to home, the kid should have cooked the food. Now, what the kid will do? In these 3 hours, he will try to understand what he needs to cook. Okay. He will either see the recipe from a book or from the YouTube now. Okay. We will try to do as per the instruction because we have this particular social media. So we will do as per the instruction, or we'll go to outside to a neighbor or a friend and ask like how to cook and do it. Okay. And we will cook the food now. Okay. This is scenario one. Now let's take another scenario. Okay. Sharath, Srikanth, are you able to understand? Subarao, scenario two. Good. So in scenario two, we will take again the mother, the kid. Okay. Now the mother is in the house with the kid now. Okay. You can see the picture, right? They're both there. Now the kid started cooking. When the kid started cooking, she had so many doubts. Whenever she had a doubt, he went to mother or the parent and asked how to cook. Okay, or cleared his doubt. Now she gave that particular feedback or the instructions, like you have to put something like this, or cut like this, or put something like this. Okay. Now taking those particular feedback, he adjusted it. Okay. If it is spicy, he might have made it a little bit normal, or if it's salty, he might have added something to make it normal or salt. Okay. So in that way, he made something and he prepared the food. So in these two scenarios, which one you will feel the food or the dish served is good? Where you will see scenario one or scenario two? If not, where? Okay, justify your answer. Srikanth, will it happen to you anytime? Sharath, Satrupa Chakravarti, Sangeeta. So don't change everything on the one go when you go move to an organization. Okay, so that's what. So yes, so I say like there are disadvantages in this waterfall model that led to move to some other things. Okay, so the thing we are approaching is into agile. Okay, have you ever come across this word called agile in your daily life? Agile, agility in English vocabulary. That's what I mean to say. Because if you understand that particular word, maybe it will be easy for you to remember. So agile, agility. So what picture comes into your mind when you talk, when you think about agile, agility? Anyone? That's okay. When even if you are not aware in the English, that's fine, not an issue. But try to remember, understand. Yes.
Agility means, able to do things swiftly, um, quickly.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Agility. Yes. Agility. Something. Yes.
Yes, like flexible.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. True. So anything that is flexible. If you see the gymnastics people, right? They are so much. They have the agility in their body. They can bend like anything. What I mean to say is they are flexible. They are quick. Okay, in their moving their things. Okay, in the body, so that they can able to perform the activities which little bit faster, quickly, and having this flexibility because of that. So here also, when we are talking about the waterfall model, those were little bit the principles or whatever the things that they followed. They are very rigid. They were very fixed. They were the everything was frozen, or everything has to be to change something. It requires a lot of approvals. I do remember where if one of the design document has to be changed, it has to go to 2 to 3 people, then it used to get approval. But first it used to go to the client. He has to say okay, then it used to go to the architecture, then he says okay, then it used to come to the leads, then it comes to him. So these type of very rigid structures, I think because of that disadvantages, we moved into a new thing called as an agile, where a little bit of flexibility of can be seen at each and every stage, not only in coding, not only in working, testing, everything in whatever field it is. So even in the release also, we see a lot of flexibility. Okay, you can release it very frequently. Okay, so let's just talk about the agile definition methodology today. Okay, and let us try to understand. Okay, I'm stressing. I will be uh, talking about this. Okay. Now, when you're talking about agile, here please understand this word because what I have written, what is agile methodology? Please, okay, it is a methodology. It's a way of working, a methodology. We have certain methods, right? If you see in the maths, like you have certain method to prove something. You have certain there is some methods, or I could say this is a way of working. Okay, so it is an iterative approach. Okay, when I say iterative, it means something cyclically happening. Okay, like a round fashion. Okay, where you start from something and you end up and you are going to repeat till your particular thing is delivered. Okay, so what is that and all, we'll talk about that later. The definition is not a concrete definition. You can give any definition you want. But thing is, agile methodology is something which follows an iterative approach in within few weeks, from 1 to 4 weeks. Here it is said. Okay, so which is the agile methodology. Again, it is aligned to deliver your changing requirements. Okay, and it is going to provide you or distribute the software with fast and few changes. Okay, so the whole thing about the agile methodology is like it's following the iterative approach, a cyclic approach. Okay, that means like it's not going to be a just a once a linear type of thing. Okay, it's going to be in working in iteration. Now, okay, what do you mean by iterative approach? And how we are going to talk in the next classes. So, which is going to deliver your project or the software or whatever within a few weeks, from 1 to 4 weeks, with faster changes. Okay, so in that way, agile can be defined. Okay, so there are so many things in the agile. If you take agile is like something, it holds a lot of things underneath. So it's an umbrella. Okay, it's an umbrella of so many processes. Like we have Scrum as one of the frameworks. Canva is one of the things. Okay, extreme programming, lean. Okay, feature driven, crystal clear. Here in our course, like we are going to study about Scrum as well as Kanban. Okay, we are going to understand in and out of the Scrum and things which are related to Kanban, but not under fully into Kanban. Okay, okay, good. So let us start like how actually the Scrum got evolved. Okay, so these people in 1993 were the first people who actually have presented the concepts in an article called "New Product Development Game" in 1986. Okay, by name by person Takeuchi Nonaka. Okay, they compared this particular approach with a game called rugby. Have you? I think should have known this game called rugby. Have you? Anyone aware of this particular game called rugby? Have you seen in the TVs or sports channels and all? American football, right? Rugby. So are you aware?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It is a
So
famous game.
yes. So like I think in our languages, like we have a movie called Sai. Okay, there the same thing. Game is played, whatever. So here in this game, what they do is they have a ball and the ball has to be put in the opponent's post and they play it. So the ball is being passed back and forth. If anyone does any foul, the referee is going to raise a card. I mean that means he is going to give a warning first. After 1 or 2 warning, probably he is going to be moved out of the game. So whatever, this is a game. Okay, so in this particular game, like if you make any fall, okay, if you make anything wrong, a mistake, probably you need to restart the game once again. Okay, now that restarting the game once again because you have done something wrong, okay, or not meeting to the expectations, probably then we can say that word is called as scrummage. Okay, so from there you got this word called scrummage. So from there they have taken the word scrum. Okay, scrummage is derived from here. Now, being a scrum master, if someone asks you like from where you got this particular word, you should say we got it from the word from the game called rugby, where this scrummage is a foul which is no, okay. Once the foul is being played, the referee asks you to play once again. Okay, and this process is called as a scrummage. Okay, so we got derived this particular word from that the particular act, scrummage. Am I clear on this one? Are you able to understand? Yes or no? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Nitin, Pradeep, Ram, Chakravarti.
Yes, yes.
You are able to follow? Good,
Yes.
good. Okay, fine. See, from if you ask me like, say, what's the importance of this history? Like, just I want you to know like how actually it got evolved, because no one is going to ask you like, give me from which year, like what happened and all in your interviews. No, not in your exam point of view. The thing is, this is the history that you should know, like how it got evolved from which year onwards. Okay. So again, in 1995, there were Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber. Okay, they gave this public in a conference called as UPSLA. Okay, that's Scrum Development Process at UPSLA in Austin, Texas. Okay. Now, in 1990, Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber, these two people are very important to us. They are the gods. That's why I have highlighted in black. Okay. You have to remember till you are working as a Scrum Master. Okay. Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber. Why? Because these two people are the one who later moved, worked together, and later separated and formed this Scrum.org and Scrum Alliance. Okay, fine. We'll talk about that. So in 2001, they created this Agile Manifesto. Okay, so 15 associates together with Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber, they have gathered together in one of the hotel. Okay, and they have formulated few things for the something to be there in the Agile. Okay, so in 2002, they formed this organization, Scrum Alliance. Excuse me. In 2014, they presented this paper called The Value of the Scrum to the Organization. So in 2016, we have full Scrum, okay, fully scalable Scrum. So this is a brief intro which started from 1995 and ended in 2016. And in 2017, we have the first Scrum Guide, okay. The Scrum Guide, now that's a Bible for us, okay. If you are a Scrum Master, you should read thoroughly, and we are going to read thoroughly each and every line in the Scrum, okay. Fine. So in 2017, we have the first version of the Scrum Guide. In 2021, like we have another version uh, of the Scrum Guide, the second version. Okay, I'm going to share that particular thing tomorrow. Okay, and you can download that. So this is just the history, like how actually it got evolved. Okay, so whatever, these are the Scrum things. As I said yesterday, once you become the Scrum Master, the job is to make you'll be working as an agile coach. Okay, you will be helping the team, you will be removing the blockers, reporting tools, maintenance, protects the team and all. So this is, you are the center of everything. Okay, you will be helping all the people. Okay, so this is a small diagram. Okay, fine. So before we go into what actually I think we have just given into yesterday, we have three roles here. The persons are product owners, scrum master, and the developers. Okay, we have 5 events like sprint planning, daily scrum. Daily scrum is for happens every day. Then you have review, sprint review, and retrospective. So this is a little bit of cyclic in nature. If you see, it's a something like which repeats every week. Okay, and once you clear it, you'll talk about the words here, which or whatever is a little later. Okay, you may not understand now. Okay, fine. So before we go ahead with the scrum, okay, let's understand the agile. Actually, what was discussed in the agile manifesto. Okay, the manifesto actually has 12 principles and 4 values. These 12 principles and 4 values you need to remember as a scrum master, okay, which are very important in your interview questions. Okay? And of course, few of the questions may be asked in exam point of view, but make sure that not all the 12 principles you can remember. Whatever that you remember, that's good. I mean, at least 3 to 4 are more than okay, because even the interviewer also doesn't remember all the 12. Okay, that's fine. But at least few things, if you remember, that will be more than good. So today, like we are going to discuss on these 12 principles and the 4 values. Let's go in detail and understand it. Until now, are you with me? Are you having any questions? Any questions, sir?
No, no.
Good. Nice. Okay, very good. So why I need to ask you, because see, once you understand the big things first, later you can understand the minute things later. Okay. So agile is something which is bigger in nature, because they have made so much comprising all the frameworks. It has from there, like the smaller frameworks derive the basic things from there. Okay, we will try to understand first the agile. We have 12 principles and 4 values. Okay, from today onwards we should know that there are 12 principles in agile and there are 4 values. Okay, let's go with the first one. The first thing is, our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through the early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Okay, please understand this one. What is the highest priority? It is to satisfy the customer. Okay, let us say like you are trying to form, you are planning to go for a business. Okay, you want to switch over from IT and you are trying to plan for a business. Your business will run only because if the customer comes to you, or else it's not going to run, right? So in that case, the highest priority should be given to whom? It should be given to the customer. Now, customer is a person who is funding you, right? He is making your living happy. So you should satisfy the customer. What are his requirements? You should satisfy them. So the highest priority is the satisfying the customer. But how true this can be done by having early and continuous delivery of valuable software. So in the IT company, if you want to satisfy the customer in the present scenario of the market, you have to deliver continuously, and that too early, with a competitive advantage. Okay, please, I'm just giving a real time our life scenario, because like you can, it's like if you are let's say you are going to a shop now. Okay, you want to buy something. Okay, you reach there and you ask your shopkeeper or any storekeeper to give that particular product. Let us say in our India, like we have shops maintained by some people, shopkeeper. We'll go there and we'll ask to give me one soap, okay, or any of the hand wash or whatever. Okay. Now, as at the same time, let us take another scenario where um, another person has come and he has also asked for the same thing. Okay, some other thing, whatever. In that case, if the shop owner is not giving you the priority and is giving this priority to the second person who came late, okay, what you will feel? Will you feel good about that, or will you be feel a little bit how your reactions will be at that particular point of? Or it could be going to a shopping mall and you are in the queue line for billing. You are waiting there in the billing line, and but a person who came took the shortcut route and he went directly to the billing and he was taking it. To whom do you feel like you are being neglected, or you feel okay? This is I'm happy with whatever they are doing. How do you feel? How will be your reactions, Ram, Pradeep? Is he giving the priority to you, or will you feel like you should be given the priority because you stood the line for so many times, and but nevertheless, hmm, yes, you feel neglected, right? Nitin? Oh, yes, thanks for that. So, Sangeeta, Ram, Pradeep, how will you be your reactions when you are being neglected and you are not being, your requirements are not being met? Are you able to understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
definitely a not good scenario. We will definitely think about going to if it's
Hmm.
the customer is not appreciated or not ignored, then we will
Hmm.
look for some other store, right?
Right,
So
right,
we
exactly.
will look for some other service provider.
Yes, yes, perfect. Right, Nitin, right, right, Sangeeta. So this happens to everyone, right? I mean, because we were waiting for something and he has neglected us and he's not satisfying our thing. Uh, and probably we may not go for the next time. So the highest priority should be to satisfy the customer, and that too early. okay, and continuous delivery. Because if we are in the IT field, we should be a continuous delivery. Okay, so that should be the thing. Okay, next thing, very good. Yeah. You are able to understand the priority you should be given to the customer. Make a note of this. Okay, we'll after the second point, we'll talk about something. Welcome changing requirements even late in the development. Okay, agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. Now that's what agile is all about. Even if the customer comes in the middle of the process, let us say maybe in the design phase or in the testing phase, he says like, I want to have something in this particular feature. I want to add something extra, another functionality. Please add it. I'm going to fund you. If you say no, I am frozen. My code requirements, code, everything is frozen, and we are freezed. We are not going to work on anything on that. Then probably again the same thing is happening here. You are not able to accommodate his requirements in the middle of the development. Okay, once that is done, so you have a bandwidth to do that, so you have the capability, the technical skills, the time, the cost, but everything you have, but you're not able to do, or you're not wanting to do that because of the methodology that you are using. Maybe the customer is losing his competitive advantage over here, right? So agile is the process that is going to help the customer to gain the competitive advantage by incorporating his requirements in the middle of the development. So that should be there. Okay. If you say no, if you are very much rigid in not accepting that, probably he will reconsider. Then agile principles in the agile manifesto, which talks about the customer in the beginning, then comes about the developers, how they should interact, what should they do. Okay, and then comes about the processes, the technical excellences. Okay, all these things, right? Okay, so any questions still here you have?
No, sir.
Great. One thing before I end up here, no one in the interview is going to ask you all the 12 principles. They are going to ask you at least 2 to 3, or 3 maximum 3 to 4. That's it, not more than. You can choose any of the 4 things and you can explain. Okay, and these are very easy to understand, and you need not even try to by heart or mark it up or whatever. It's not required. You can understand very easily. Okay, fine. So whenever you study, make sure that you are attaching this particular principle to your daily life so that you can remember it very easily. Okay, that's what I want to convey. Fine. So today we are going to end up here itself. Okay, tomorrow we are going to catch again on the next 2 principles and 4 values. Am I okay?
Yeah, I have one doubt.
Yes.
Who is created by story points? Is it PO or Scrum Master is going to created by story points?
Scrum Master is not at all involved in creating the stories, not at all involved in the story point assign estimations. Okay, he knows each and everything, but the thing is, he will help the team to estimate. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. But the Scrum Master will not give his opinion. He's not going to say, no, for this particular user story, assign this particular value. No, no, sir. He is going to educate the team on how to do that so that they can clearly, assign the value to the user story.
Okay.
Got it. You are like an empire. You play the game. Okay. We are like empires in the team. The teams are going
for
to.
example, if PO is in long leave, at that time, what is his role?
Yes. If the
Who
team
is
is.
going to take care?
Yes. If the team, let us say the PO is off of the board, okay. Next, you will explain them this particular user story. Okay, you are going to ask there is another concept called as empiricism. You are going to ask the development team to understand the requirement, okay, and say them like how much estimation they can give on this one. You are going to help them out, okay, saying that for this type of similar scenarios which you got previously, you can assign the same thing. But you are not going to give your opinion. because it's a developer's game. Okay, developers are the people who are going to work on it. They should understand the complexity, the importance of this particular user story. Then only they can give certain value to the user story point. Okay, the story points to that particular user story. You are going to just help them in how to do that. That's it. The role is that only.
Yeah, thank you. Got it. Thank you.
Got it?
Yeah.
So we are not going to involve in any of the technical aspects, because if you say like this particular user story should be given, let us say 3 story points, then someone is going to come and ask you, how can you do that? One developer may come and ask you, like, how can you give 3 story points? This has certain dependencies, this has certain, this thing, complexity involved. I will be giving you 5 story points for this one. No, the argument comes. If you are a technical guy, you can do that. But I am not a technical guy, so I can't give. Got it? Let us say you and me are both Scrum Masters. Maybe you are aware of the technical aspect. I am not a technical guy. Then I can't give it. Right? I can't give a value to the user story because it's not my job. Because developer has to decide. They are the people who are going to work. Even the Scrum Master never should involve in this type of assigning the story points to user stories. He will not do. If he's a technical Scrum Master, if his job role is said in that way, then yeah, he can do it. But as per the Scrum Guide, strictly no. If a Scrum Master goes through reading by the Scrum Guide, in all the 14 pages of the Scrum Guide, nowhere it is mentioned that Scrum Master should involve in the estimations. No, he is just going to help them. That's it. But no, strictly no. So don't worry. You are just an empire in any of the game. You will see how they are playing it, and you will explain them how to play. But you are not